Hello, David Baily here with Baily Insurance. Hope you are surviving the COVID-19 quarantine. It is March 20th, 2020, and wanted to give everyone an update about our office and what's going on. We are making every effort to comply with CDC, federal, state, and local guidelines as well. We are still operational. Our office is closed. Our physical office is closed, but we are operational. Everybody is working remotely, for the most part from home. A lot of changes, and they're coming rapidly. We are trying to keep the lines of communication open, and we'll be hopefully posting additional videos and providing additional and publishing additional information. And many of our insurance company partners are also operational. We realize claims still happen, even in the midst of quarantines, sometimes because of them. But we are operational and able to keep those things moving downfield for you, as well as process any changes that you guys need. On the employee benefits side, a lot going on there with the group health and coverages and questions, and our team is up and running and able to help you there as well. I'm going to switch to our website here in case you're not sure where to get contact info. Under About, Meet the Team. Sorry, you have to take a look at our mug there, but you can see you've got everybody's contact info and just a little bit of info on how to reach us here in the midst of this quarantine. Also, we're trying to focus on mailing documents via electronically rather than in person, or using the post office right now to mitigate the exposure. But hopefully everybody's able to work with us in that, and we can keep things moving downfield for you. We are very grateful. A bit of information coming out from insurance companies at this point, where we're seeing some moratoriums on cancellations. Some companies are waiving late fees, etc. We will post some additional information about that in the future, and or happy to answer any questions if something comes up or any hardships arise. We're also getting inquiries about business interruption, and while that's generally, there's a loss of income or extra expenses associated, typically due to a property loss. We're getting questions about the COVID-19 epidemic, because businesses are shutting down at an alarming rate. To be clear, there is in many cases not likely to be coverage on that front, or much coverage, but you never know. We're advising our clients to go ahead and keep records of any additional costs associated with this, as well as any loss of income. Getting reports, I was hearing a webinar yesterday with an attorney out of Ohio that there's a New Jersey bill, I think it was A3844, that's being proposed. Now, granted, it only impacts businesses with 100 employees or less, or would potentially impact businesses with 100 employees or less. But it was proposing that they retroactively eliminate the exclusion from policies that would limit business income to a property loss that could potentially apply. So it's really early in the process. We're not sure how this is all going to develop or move forward, but just wanted you to be aware. I know in Ohio, that same attorney was mentioning that Ohio constitutionally prohibits the retroactively changing of any contract. So each state's going to handle this a little differently. Not sure what is going to unfold here in Pennsylvania, but a lot of moving parts, and we want to keep you posted. Also, we've got did want to make people aware if anybody doing delivery, and your policy does not currently contemplate that, you have to be really careful, because obviously with the application process, you're making representations, and so any major changes in exposure, like adding delivery, please make sure and check in with us and or connect with us to let us know what's going on. We did have one carrier who said that they were going to step up and cover delivery on the workers' compensation without any additional premium. There tends to be a little more of a charge in that regard. It's a little bit of a higher exposure. So very grateful. Again, insurance companies are trying to step up, and we'll see government and laws, I'm sure, come to fruition that's going to dramatically change the landscape as we know it here. But also, we're seeing issues with the distinction between independent contractor and employee, and some blurring of the lines there. So if obviously we're not attorneys, we want you to reach out to get legal help, but we do have some resources related to risk management, and want to help our clients navigate these uncharted waters with as minimal or mitigated risk as we possibly can. One other thing I did want to direct your attention to here is OSHA. If you guys are looking for, again, we're hearing about people trying to develop plans related to disease, infectious disease, and preparedness. OSHA has a really good PDF on the web, on their website. I'm sure you can just do a search on it. Page 7 is where it starts. How to develop an infectious disease preparedness plan. So we're actually working through ours and continually updating it. And so we will also post ours as soon as it's available. But in the meantime, if you want some guidance and direction for your own firm, highly recommend taking a look at that. Again, lots of additional information to come, but wanted to just reach out with an initial video and start the ball rolling. But yeah, certainly keeping everybody in prayer. Very, very uncertain times, and again, uncharted water for our country. And we're hoping that in the midst of this, servant leaders will continue to step up, and through this adversity, people will see it as an opportunity to serve. And also, I guess, to be aware, though, we are seeing with more and more people, I'll end with this, with more and more people moving their businesses online, there is a substantially increased cyber threat. We do have a ton of resources for you on that front. If you have any needs, please reach out to us, but be careful. Advise your employees to be careful what they're clicking on or what they're responding to, and we'll talk soon. All right, take care.